Yeah, you know what time it is. Um, by the time I record this video, it's March 27th, and it should be April 1st. By the time this video finish, it should be uploaded on April 1st. The reason why I took a break of making videos or stop making videos is because of Toriyama's passing. If you haven't checked my community posts, I usually post there. Go check it out. But yeah, I am very heartbroken this news because, for one, I look up to Toriyama since I was a kid. Like the first Dragon Ball series I watched, well, it was technically a movie. That's how I discovered Dragon Ball. That being the Broly movie. So I looked up to Dragon Ball. I started liking Dragon Ball. I met a lot of new people. Um, I'm I got into anime more, and well, if I haven't watched Dragon Ball or haven't known about Dragon Ball, I want to be the person I am now. It changed me a lot, and it changed a lot of anime communities too. So I know Toriyama's favorite character should be Piccolo, so in honors for him, I wanted to make a Piccolo what if. I'm not going to continue this what if, but if you guys want to continue it on your own channels, or if you have your own perspective on it on the comments below, go ahead. But anyway, I'm not going to waste any time. Let's just get started, shall we? We start off where Goku has unfortunately passed away by the heart virus, leaving the Sea Fighters devastated by the news. And then the worst part has happened. The androids has arrived, killing many people. The Sea Fighters went over to see the news, and of course they were faced against the androids. And as everyone began to fight, they wouldn't stand a chance, and they were killed one by one. However, in this scenario, Piccolo realized the androids are too strong while they were fighting them. This first the androids, they were playing with the Sea Fighters a little bit longer than usual, which actually gives time for Piccolo to create a diversion to have everyone retreat for now, since they stand no chance. Even Vegeta as a Super Saiyan could even damage 18 and ended up getting his arm broken. But luckily he's alive, except his pride is wounded. Piccolo, Vegeta, Gohan, and the rest of the Sea Fighters went up to Kami's lookout, as Kami does has a suggestion of how the Sea Fighters could defeat the androids, and that is using the time chamber. Or better yet, he could fuse with Piccolo like he did with Nail, although Piccolo's unsure because they needed the Dragon Balls to restore everything. But Piccolo knows this. At this point, there won't be any Dragon Balls if the androids keep continuing around destroying things. They might be spotted at some point. If all he knows, the androids could have followed them by now. So, he tried to convince Comic they need to fuse, even if it's at the risk of losing Dragon Balls. Comic still try to argue, but eventually he has no choice. And, well, the two of them begin to merge, as once again, the name is Maneki returns, but we'll still be calling him Piccolo. Vegeta is shocked by Piccolo's power. Like, his power is so stronger, he's even stronger than a Super Saiyan. How's that possible? Piccolo still thinks that it might not be enough, so he actually invited him and Vegeta to come along, which Vegeta, of course, wanted to turn it down, but having no training partners, he decided to hesitantly agree. And so Piccolo and Vegeta went to the time chamber together. Gohan wanted to go in next with Mr. Piccolo. However, there's a food issue problem, but not like Piccolo needs food, he needs water, but they're not sure if Gohan even has the willpower to go Super Saiyan, but they'll see. And plus, it's kind of too dangerous for him to fight. Piccolo and Vegeta train for 1 year, which leads for Vegeta gaining his great forms. However, Piccolo being there actually encouraged Vegeta to get a higher grade forms, which Vegeta does discover at grade 4. It's unlike what he did in the original story. Now he got grade 4 with Piccolo's intelligence, and with Piccolo's suggestions too. For now, Vegeta actually sees Piccolo as a rival. So both of them step out and decide they're going to find the androids, which is pretty easily since they were both destroying buildings and killing people as they usually do. Piccolo and Vegeta arrives, and they're able to easily deal with the androids. although Fujitsu still toys with Android 18 like she did to him, getting payback and sweet revenge. Now with the Android dead, they need to rebuild and also find a way to get new Zeta Dragon Balls. They were wondering if Namek could have one, although they're not sure where Namek is since Namek planet has been moved and there's no other Dragon Balls to just teleport to that location or even King Kai to contact them. So right now, the whole group has no Dragon Balls. So that means whenever someone dies, they dies permanently. And yeah, you could say that they could build a ship. However, even if they do, they don't know the coordinates of planet Namek. So they're just going to be flying out of nowhere space randomly. Just waste their time. So they have to live with the consequences and live with the damage. To avoid this ever happening again, Piccolo decided to train the humans and go on to his very best, teach them everything he knew. And Piccolo's wondering, since he fused with Kami, could he theoretically create his own Dragon Balls? Although he doesn't think so. He just get his strength and more power boost. He doesn't think he can. So he was hoping that maybe one day he could ask Momo for help to find Namek. Even means going out to space randomly, having no hope to find any set of Dragon Balls. So yeah, sadly there's no Dragon Balls could come in. There's no Dende. So everyone had to live with the damage, live with the lives. So which means that a few years would pass with everyone training with one another. Everyone going a lot stronger. Gohan's able to get Super Saiyan and eventually got Super Saiyan 2. Although Vegeta is the first person to get Super Saiyan 2, since he's now ahead of everyone, being the second strongest, while Piccolo being the strongest himself, since he's been training non-stop in a time chamber. And soon, the Supreme Kai comes in, trying to warn people about the threat about Majin Buu. And similar to Trunks, he offers Piccolo to come with them to the Supreme Kai's world, which Piccolo agrees. And you may be wondering, where's the tournament? Or, as a matter of fact, where's Goku? Well, there's no tournament since the entries did a lot of damage to the planet. And, well, there's not going to be that much people here. Well, since the entries were stopped about earlier, I guess it could be a tournament, but I don't think Goku will come. Because there's no reason for Goku to come since he died of a natural cause, so there's no reason for Goku to come back to Earth. And there's no reason for the others to go to the tournament since, well, they want to make sure there's no threats coming again. And they need to focus on their training. So Piccolo, knowing the Fair Watchable, contacts the Earth Warriors through telepathy, and everyone begins to prepare. Soon, Supreme Kai shows Piccolo about the Sea Sword, which he has struggled pulling out, but eventually he's able to manage to do so, swinging around and testing the sword's ability. And unlike Goku or Gohan, he's not going to break the Sea Sword. He's going to keep the sword with him, take good really care of it. Although Supreme Kai does try to suggest Piccolo to test it out by cutting Kachin Doro Strongest metal, although Piccolo's unsure about that. They want to take the sword a little bit easy, since while it is a sacred weapon, it should be treated as a sacred weapon, and it should be handled correctly. So the Supreme Kai, the old Kai, won't be free. At least not right now. Soon, Bobby and Bora make their move, since it's time for them to revive Majin Buu. But unfortunately for them, when it comes to the likes of Gohan and Vegeta, both of them having Super Saiyan 2 and a lot more stronger and more motivated than their C counterparts, Bobby and Bora are pretty much toast. And Vegeta is not going to hesitate to kill them, since he wants to make sure nothing like the Android events happen again, since they already lost a ton of people. Even if the Android was stopped in just one day, they still cause a lot of damage to the planet. And so, Bobby the Bora defeated, which means that the Supreme Kai could actually train Piccolo a lot longer. And I actually definitely would say that at some point, the Sea Sword would break when they actually decide to try to actually test it out, which actually gave Piccolo the ultimate form, giving him immense power. And not only that, but it actually awakened his form as Piccolo's skin begins to change, getting his own awakening form. I know it's not how it is, but I'm pretty sure it could work somewhat similar to that. But anyway, we get the birth of Ultimate Piccolo. And then, well, he comes back to Earth at some point to be the guardian of Earth, since they need a new Earth guardian. So what Piccolo's trying to do is that, since he was training with Supreme Kai, he actually trying to ask Shin about the Dragon Balls, whether he could try to create his own. Which Shin not really know about Dragon Clans, but he said he could take it to Namek since they're able to find new Namek. And because of that, well, they're able to find new Namek thanks to Shin. And of course, Piccolo just wanted to learn Dragon Balls of his own, but I think it's best to find someone else. And that person being Dende. So Dende does come to the series, creating his own Dragon Balls. And now Shenron could create 3 wishes. And of course, they cannot revive Goku because Goku has died by a natural cause. So he cannot revive, but at least they could use the Dragon Balls to restore at least some damage caused by Bobby Bora, or even the androids. So for now, peace lasts. But then later on, Beerus woke up from his nap as he has a strange dream. Not only he was seeing a Super Saiyan God in his dream, but he's seeing a powerful orange Manekian right in front of him. 2 powerful rivals that will rise up against Beerus. And Beerus, waking up, asks Whis about this. He's unsure, but he checked his staff. There are actually tons of Manekians on planet Namek, and there's one powerful Manekian on planet Earth. And there's the Prince of All Saiyans, Vegeta, on Earth as well. As far as they know, Vegeta is the only pure-blooded Saiyan that exists, which catch Beerus' attention. That'd be interesting. Well then, he'll ask them if they know anything about the legendary Manekian and Super Saiyan God. He takes Beerus to planet Earth, that's where the God of Destruction met the Guardian of Earth, that being Piccolo. And of course, Piccolo knowing about Beerus from Shen and Kobito, and even from the Okai, is pretty much immediately terrified. And actually, Piccolo actually could sense Beerus, since he's been training with Kai for so long, so many years. He might actually have some trace of God Ki from them, which actually does impress Beerus. This guy can sense God Ki. But he does ask, does he know anything about the legendary Manekian? And which confused Piccolo. No, he hasn't. If anything, he could ask Shenron about it, which Beerus allows. So they don't need to go move over that way. So Piccolo summoned the Dragon Balls. And of course, when people see the dragon, everyone makes a fight over to see what's going on. And when Vegeta sees Beerus, he gets PTSD. But when they ask about the legendary Manekian, they have no info about that. However, they assume that it is probably a weakened state for Manekian. And since Beerus here, he also asks about the Super Saiyan God, because he might as well be here. At which he explains the Super Saiyan God out of fear. And so, they don't have enough Saiyans because obviously Goku's dead. And, well, that also means that Goten won't be born either. Trunks will still be born, thankfully. But, I cannot say the same for Pan. Pan does not exist. And Fidel is not dating Gohan, because Gohan is by himself. Since again, the damage, and everyone's focusing on training instead of tournaments. So they have no much chance at all. Which Shenron did say that another way for Vegeta to get Super Saiyan God is that if he train with a godly being. Beerus thinks about it, and he decided that he's going to train both Mother Manekian and Vegeta to get the Super Saiyan God forms and the legendary Manekian form. So, once again, Piccolo and Vegeta's rivalry boils up to the surface, and the desire to protect Earth. He waved goodbye to everyone as they'll be back shortly. Maybe. And so they went to Beerus' planet, and that's where their training begins. But for now, we could leave this what if off for now. It is a short mini what if, but I think I kind of like this what if. But again, I'm not going to continue it. If you guys want to continue it, and if you guys want to know what happens next, leave the comments below. I'll let you guys decide what's going to happen next. I'll let you guys decide to make your own story, because I'll let you guys decide how it ends or how it continues. Anyway, thank you for watching. See ya.